Imagine devoting years to building your business only to face major setbacks when it's time to move on. Welcome to the unseen world of hidden cost awaiting entrepreneurs without a business exit plan. My name's Annette Manius, and I owned a business for 31 years. I had a very successful business succession plan. And I want to share with you today some of the things that I've seen happen when people don't have a plan. The first thing I want to talk about is the financial downside. And the biggest financial impact is often underestimated. Without a clear exit plan, your business might sell for less than its true value. This can happen due to poor timing or unprepared documentation, leading to diminished returns. The other thing that I've personally seen with customers and friends over the years is without a plan and something happens to them, either, you know, um, physically something happens, or maybe to someone in their family and they have to step away from the business and end up selling the business. Normally, that's at a diminished amount. So without a plan, it could be just at the moment, you're having a fire sale. So that's one of the unseen cost of not having an exit plan. The second one is operational disruptions. So without an exit strategy, seamless operational transition becomes unlikely. The lack of a succession plan can disrupt operations and erode the trust of employees and clients, diminishing the company's ongoing stability. So again, I want to go back to the example of if you have a unforeseen situation happen and there's no plan, you haven't maybe started thinking about training your leaders, or who are going to be the leaders, who is going to take over that business if something happens. And I've seen that happen. I had it happen to a friend of mine earlier this year. I had a unforeseen health issue, and he was, they were kind of dabbling in an exit strategy, but that situation took him out of pocket for a couple months. Luckily, he had someone that he was training, though they weren't fully trained, but it was a little bit of a plan, and but it escalated his exit plan due to that health scare. So you don't want to let that happen. Wait until there's something that happens and the business um, fails or flounders because you're not there and there's no one else that you've trained. So there's also missed opportunities without a plan. So, the market evolves quickly. And without a plan, you might miss strategic opportunities for mergers or acquisitions. An exit strategy keeps you prepared to act fast. And whether it's in a market opportunity or responding to unforeseen changes. So, missed opportunities, that's an interesting one to me because I've seen people who I had a friend of mine a couple years ago that said, I want to sell my business. I don't have a family member. I don't have anybody that works for me that could take it over. And I just don't know what to do. And she was so frustrated and just really stressed about it. And all of a sudden, this person that she knew in her industry said, "Hey, why don't we have coffee?" Neither of them really thinking that he would end up owning her business, but what an opportunity. But she had been planning for something. She didn't know who or when, but she was making that plan in training the leaders and figuring out what that looked like on her exit. So for him to just come out of nowhere, basically, and then sold him the business, she was prepared for that instead of trying to backtrack and figure it out. And then he's wondering what kind of business it is. He knew what he was stepping into. Then also you had to think about your emotional and your personal toll. Last minute scrambles and unexpected events can lead to personal stress and strain. Planning ahead reduces uncertainty and provides peace of mind, allowing you to focus on the next phase of your life confidently. So it's a little scary to make a plan. I understand that. I was there too. It's not hard once you start doing it, but it is a little scary. So there's a lot of different steps that you should take in making that plan. I can help with my course that I've created in filling the gap. So from the moment you sign paperwork and done all that to your exit, there's like a gap in between of training and coaching people that will take over that business if they've never owned a business before. So I hope this video has been helpful for you in thinking about that you really need to have an exit plan. No matter how scary that might seem, you need to have a plan so you can avoid these costs. You need to set clear goals, prepare financially, and consider legal implementations. An effective plan outlines clear steps to ensure a transition that protects the value you've built. A lot of people, their retirement is the sale of their business. If that's you, you need a plan. I've seen people, we had a customer years ago that sold his business and didn't really have a plan. A couple people that worked for him bought it, but they really didn't have a plan. He just walked away. He just wanted to walk away. The challenge that he had is that he also was financing that plan or the business. And after a couple years, the business was not doing well and threatening, that they might go out of business. So he had to step in, envision that. I can't envision it. He's out for a couple years, and then because they owe him money and that's his retirement money, he had to step back in to that business. So for me, when I saw that, I said, "Oh, I need a plan. I need a plan, a couple different things that business sale was not going to be my only source of retirement, and also that I need a plan to make sure that that business can go on without me." So this again, crucial piece, have an exit plan, and even if it's not fully baked, start that plan as soon as you can. Thanks, and good luck.